Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Reborn6819 back. Again, yes, for a whole to make this video and a wholesome music to a delay, cause there is something bad happening in the game into y'alls. My niggas, it's absolutely sad and so much determined to push a real hate crime to video game. It's not on the big confusion or neither conspiracy YouTuber. Now the truth will be truth. All along I got all ears and all the honesty. I will tell y'all something, but nobody gonna believe me, but I have to stop for myself to a very damn long time. But the truth is the truth. In this era, in years where everything used to be successful, like games and TV shows, movie too, they always like and care about the audience. The company and so many real life people at their all give you good story and good cartoons to watch and enjoy to make. Kids more happy enjoy entertainment and much more, but there is something for a very long time has been waking around its slumber for years. It's called the behemoth, the sign of the devil goat. If y'all don't believe me, go type in the behemoth and what this sign or how he's trying to convince people to damn call and Satanist for sure plus. I know y'all's gonna say I'm crazy, but I have to be honest with you. All that, fuck no, I'm not crazy at all, bruh. Because they were awake since a very long term down the path of the line, but it's here and they already shed a lot of very bad falls and sights of their shed lots of bad people. Well, I tell you, Hollywood been infected by behemoth. Yes, absolutely behemoth. And also the mainstream media and people farmer themselves just sold their soul to the devil. If you ask me, I will try to do a very good research and come to me with full response down the comment section, okay? Now, since we got to talk about modern game and all that shit, companies losing money, well, I will tell you how it is a company that once in the very long time ago used to be like and enjoy having consumers going around their places, events, TV shows, more etc. Also, video games too, they like and always respect. The consumer the most right, well, guess what, y'all? They never do return back, and also they've been selling their whole soul to the wrong audience, and that wrong audience are the behemoths by itself. The mainstream media, yes, the mainstream, their mass media, their damn ass line, and the people who disagree with the media and the company ignore the mainstream and all that. Well, guess what? They will have the mighty behemoths come after you. Plus, think they won't touch you. Of course they will absolutely touch you. If you let them touch you, your life won't record straight back to you and won't never or now to like, cause the sign the darkness with them. If you don't want the sign the darkness with him, you have to well damn know how to stand and defend yourself all time. Yes, everyone fight back. Indeed, the bad spirits came to our path. We let the bad spirit came to our path. It's fully on game over plus to y'all. This is me exposing the company that sold their entire soul to the media. Yes, mainstream media where they have devil worshippers running everything, and that studio will goes by example. Sweet Baby, yeah, Inc. Yes, sweet ass little baby ass thing where they spend time attacking consumers and mainstream people like CNN, Kotaku, and IG, other corporate sales website media for gaming will unleash the devil by all their attack real life views that don't agree with their shitty tactics, which is true, y'all, for the sake of it, true. Plus, that's why I'm so glad real life people witness and all time expose how the greed and the sinful shit wherever they go. Company love to promote devil worshipper, which I can't stand. It's at all by the company known as Sweet Ass Baby Inc. Yes, Sweet Ass Baby shit stings, where they abuse real life people and diversity people that long ago already been diverse since early 90s, early 2000s. Wanna have a guts of chance to target people in color of hand, and they are everything wrong with society. Yes, it's about man, right, always man, everything wrong with society, or we are the violent and this straight males are everything's evil, they're Satanists and all that type of shit. No, the real motherfucking satanic creep ass wife is you. Yes, you bitch ass dimwhips. Use lot as a whole mainstream media behemoth, god dicking sucking ass devil worshipper. Y'all like to ruin and abuse much of people as you go, possibly to like everything is white man fault. White man is indeed a devil. Yes, the crossy bass, phony, satanic whisk can't even leave people great and an excellent best storytelling alone, cause y'all want to promote and even plug flags to terminate and destroy two genders around platform, and it's called male and female category. You bitch asses. Yes, science word male and female. You stink ass devil motherfucker. Cause y'all's want a rainbow fox to burn company down, and y'all's want to attack and insult real life people. Views like me won't condemn the fact is I don't want your shitty pronouns or every flow's got a move of one bitch of symbols, and the truth is people gotta worship the atheism, which never and always will do not, cause atheism is harmful and most brutal, selfish, bitch ass motherfucking people I ever seen in my life. Y'all's real evil people, and since they are trying to punish people who don't agree with their pride thugs, they unleash of the evil is on them, but your fairy ass horn yourself can't even look up to people. They know your color and they know your bitch ass product is definitely 350% gonna fail, cause we all know that, including myself, I'm already aware of things not gonna turn out used to be good, and that's the truth. But Sweet Baby Inc. always in mind to attack views that don't believe in their rules and promote justice and hate crime in the net, which always never happens, cause you's lot sick in general and LGBT sick and very unable to come off the platform. Well, look like y'all need someone to clear your ass up. Someone will get your head checked in a fine way. It's gonna be us, real life majority consumers. Yes, public people in disguise, where we see what you do, and if we don't like, we have to stop your evil worshipping by then, and that's true. It's true, y'all. We don't condemn false propaganda or false, atheism and all these type of tactics. What they tell you. See, the thing with online, you guys, they're always trying to consume us real life people. We have to do this. We have to support that. We have to support this type of platform. And to be honest, it is people right in a whole religion. They say no. This is not a crime. It is religion. People in real life religion, they're allowed to say no. And if they say no, they say no. And that's a fact. We don't condone violence against y'all. So stop saying this type of shit. And stop trying to destroy and misogyny the whole characters. Every fictional characters or everything we go company and vandalize the whole shit. Yes, y'all's doing a lot of vandalizing. And stop blaming its audience's fault. It's y'all fault and it's y'all writing. And whoever in charge they're promoting this type of stuff, you devil worshipping ass company, is your fault too. Cause I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. I'm very, very damn bottom of my damn heart and soul. I'm so fucking tired of this bullshit. Really, I'm so fucking tired of that bullshit. I'm so fucking damn ass, bitch ass myself hearing the sign of the behemoth, the sign of everything, the sign of, every game got to be no escapism. It have to be real life situation. Everything real life. But what about all people matter? All lives matter. And it's not a hate crime. It ain't no right wing, political speech of all lives matter. No, it's everybody lives matter. Majority people lives matter. So stop trying your best saying, oh, we getting silence. We being out press. But y'all are constantly doing it by yourself. Y'all constantly do it by yourself. No, the thing with yous, I'll tell you y'all want to do. The thing with yous, guys, you just don't like everything entertainment. I'm sorry, you just don't like everything entertainment, which is true. I see what you companies doing, And what you people hiring? You're hiring a wrong woman that trying to like vandalize and tear down your entire business. If you don't believe me, look how much the business falling for years. And that's the same type of tactic like every single years. Look up in X-Men right now. I seen y'all being so misogynistic. Yes, y'all don't like the original characters, and the fact like y'all want to like completely sexualize women. Really? I know y'all want to promote hate speech around your product. I seen what you're doing, Sweet Baby Inc. I seen what you're doing around every company of video games you do. Propaganda, hate speech, like wish violence upon like two genders, which is true. And to be honest, y'all want to like come after companies, smash down the project, and also come after art material and trying to like vandalize it, completely blow things out of proportion, and also burning scientific words down the ground. Yes, burning down scientific word, and also rewriting the whole history. And you know that will never ever happen. Never ever. And I know y'all's doing it because you want the government money behind, and y'all's, you know, having these type of mentally ill people around the government trying their best to like, you know, do more majority harm, do more massive harm around like two agendas. And I can say by sure, you know, for a fact, y'all's don't really like, you know, what is it, majority people. Y'all's want to fit, you know, your diverse inclusion is by promoting your agendas. That's the thing. It's not about story. It's not about, you know, good equality and all that. It's not about good reputation. It's about like blowing scientific words, and also what is it, tearing down script, and also everything got be around patriarchy. And it's getting to the point where y'all want to like burn and smash down the system so you can like push agenda down majority people's throat and condoning as a slave. But you can't even at least create your own creativity, create your own studio and all that. No, you wanna hire a studio that have higher success more than you. So once you run and hijacked it, look what you done. Y'all completely like tear down every good games, everything what majority people like when they grow up in their childhood, and pale it, you know, like an what's a fire, like burning a flag. Yeah. And to be honest, I will say this, Sweet Baby Inc. You remind me of y'all want to support Israel. I know you, Sweet Baby Inc. Y'all support Israel because y'all don't like Palestine. Because which is true, y'all don't like Palestine people. So y'all want to support Israel. You know, you jackasses. And to be honest, at least Palestine people have more guts to just, you know, beat your ass down. And to be honest, imagine you put that through. Up with no argument. Yes, no argument. You can't even at least make things correct. Or on your bad side behalf, you can't at least address it. Because y'all could say the same thing over and over and over again. Because to the point, like, you're just out. Sorry, you just lost, bro. You lost. Take accountability and accept, you know, your mistakes, and accept your punishment, and therefore leave gaming industry alone. Leave video game industry alone, and stop having so much target against, you know, what is it, straight man, straight Muslim man, straight Sikh man, straight Buddhist man, and probably to straight Catholic people too, and probably to Jewish people too. Stop having these type of, you know, all go against religion and all type of stuff, bro. Stop with that bullshit. And in fact, matter on, I'm gonna like carry on to the next point of view of mine. I'm gonna tell everyone what is behemoth is, shall we? So we already stepped the mixed part, so let's get in the dark path right now, and I'm gonna explain what behemoth is, right? And we'll do it together. So let's go. If everybody gonna be offended by this one, sorry, this content's not for you. This channel's not for you. It's for people who at least understand and willing to tell the truth. So I'm gonna do it right now, so y'all can know what is the meaning of this type of thing. And I'm going to be honest and full on open-minded by myself for true honest opinion. So there. Alright, let's move on to it, shall we? Alright guys, it's here. The behemoth. Name, yes, and his name is Baphomet. Yes, the Lord Baphomet, who slays around the slumber for years. But I have to explain to y'all and the real history about it, which is indeed the facts. I'm gonna say it now. The Baphomet, right. The Baphomet is a deity which the Knight Templar were accused of worshipping, that subsequently became incorporated into various occult and the Western esoteric traditions. The name Baphomet appear in the trial transcripts for the Inquisition of the Knights Templar starting in the 1307. It first came into popular English usage in the 19th century during debate and speculation on the reason for the suppression of the Templar order. Baphomet is a symbol of balance in various occult and mystical traditions, the origin of which some occultists have attempted to link with the Gnostic and Templars, although occasionally purported to be a deity or demon. Since 1856, the name Baphomet has been associated with the Sabbatic goat image drawn by Eliphas Levi, composed of binary elements representing the symbolization of the equilibrium of opposite, half human and half animal, male and female, good and evil. Levi's intention was symbolize his concept of balance, with Baphomet represent the goal of perfection of social order. So Baphomet, his birth as women, dogme el rito de la Hotelmague. Dogme el rito de la Hotelmague. That's his real name, and he's the iconic of a devil. Yes, a sabbatic goat, satanic devil. If you do a lot of research about him, then you might know who he is. And he can be full on around mainstream media, and which is true. And that's why, y'all, I'm going to say this. So the people who worship the Baphomet and the people like all time the companies know, and also I respect majority people. I respect the whole big population of people, making games not doing well and making every movies not doing well. I'm so glad of people doing it, because we all know what the mainstream media is, providing us. We all know, and it's the sinner of himself, and we all know who it is. And I don't want to say no scientific word, because I ain't no atheism, and I ain't nowhere near ever gonna mention the word scientist name, because I'm brave, but I can't stand society, the mainstream media, where they have to be worshipping this type of Baphomet for years. And it's true, y'all, because I'm gonna be silenced on this platform, and to be honest, if YouTube flag me, I can explain, I can do very understand indeed why they flag me, because they're in the worship of the Order 666. If you don't know what Order 666, type it up then. What's Order 666? 3 word, Or what is Order 888? Tell me by that. Well, you know it. Plus, even guys, if you see me with the symbolism around the community page of me having it, or what is it, the Jewish symbolism, I'm glad I removed it, because while getting to history research, I know what's that mean. It is mean on a lot. So there. And yous, I'm gonna show you the truth about how mainstream media don't want to tell you. I'm gonna tell you the honest, full opinion, who supported those type of things. I'm gonna do it right now. And let's go with the mainstream media. I'm gonna show you yous, but we all know I'm talking about right now. I'm gonna do it right now. So here we go. Cause Sweet Baby Inc. is the most popular, famous company. Well, I'm gonna expose the whole thing, who's supporting it all the time. We all know Sweet Baby Inc. done a lot of damage to the gaming community, but I'm gonna like show y'all the real target of the mainstream media that does it too. So here we go. Number 1, IGN. Number 2, Polygon. Number 3, Kotaku. Number 4, Feminist Frequency, but that got shut down. 5th is Baby Inc. But we all know Baby Inc. and IGN, Polygon and Kotaku, we all know the mainstream media cover it up. We all know they work together because, what is it? They're trying their best to, what is it? Trying to like open up, the behemoth, what is it? Second eyes. If you take a look at behemoth, third eye, it's already open, but they rather unleash his own spirit. Yes, the Satan spirit, which is true. They're trying to unleash his, Satanist power, so they can have the choice. And the mainstream media trying to have the guts, and YouTube too, trying to silence people. But we all know we're damn getting at them. We all damn know vast majority of 800 million of people us liking views trying to fight up these type of mainstream media, because for us people, we don't care. We don't support Baphomet. We don't support, what is it? No devil loyalty. Fuck with the pronouns and everything, because that's where like a lot of these want to like slide around. And that's why I'm gonna say this, y'all. Many of the women want to sell their soul to the devil, but you got many Christianity women trying to defend these type of group like small minority group, because they sold their soul in devil, which I do understand. But for the way how the industry want to go, they rather discriminate every, at least, fix the counter. They're trying their best to get offended by it, fix the counter. We all know IGN, Polygon, Kotaku. Well, I'm gonna tell you this, guys. What they do fake positivity. You know what's that mean? I'm gonna give you an example of fake positivity. They're always, when the game came out in a good way, they always review how it good. But the fact is, say like if the game is uncensored, then they'll unleash their devil powers around the side. IGN, Polygon, Kotaku, and Feminist Frequency, which is true. But Feminist Frequency shut down, so I got nothing to say. We only got like 3, website left. We got Kotaku, IGN, Polygon. But those websites are absolutely the reason why our modern society is. We having degenerates. We having confused people. We having people's not open-minded. But we having this life of the matrix where, us public people, 900 million of public people got to be like, silenced by the mainstream media. But we never, ever, ever don't let them fool us. We never, ever let them fool us for sure. Because we're all into this boat together. As we all have our lives. We have our choice of hope. We have our choice of freedom. And to be honest, y'all, all lives matter. Yes, all lives matter. We gotta like keep on going. We gotta like keep on showing these type of, you know, manipulated scumbags, and also these nasty, you know, disgusting companies trying their best to like slander and push gender around everything and ruined, you know, story and fictional character just to like boost their ESG scores. We all know what they want. We all damn know what they want. They don't want no creativity. They don't want no fantasy. It's all about the greed. It's all about the government power. It's all about, what is it, having the ESG score boosted and get the company, well, you know, having their stuff like in real life as a home to just use some chores and everything, and also having gambling addiction, and also it have to be on everything with the White House stuff, bro. White House. And to be honest, they absolutely, the whole company, I'm glad like you know, Activision, Ubisoft and Eve also have their games flop and cancelled. Cause what is it? They sold their soul to the absolutely the wrong crowd. And you know, which is the mainstream media. Yes, the devil worship of mainstream media. And which is sad, y'all. Sad. But anyways, I'm gonna get into response video. I'm gonna share my opinions. And the next individual I'm gonna respond to, we all damn know. I'm gonna show you right now. And here we go. Yeah, y'all, Remnant. Yes, full on. High indeed, good at, you know, speaking the truth and speaking the real reason why the industry like this. And also, he always sends full on proof where companies push real life politics around video games and propaganda too. And we're gonna get in the video. And if y'all don't believe me, please do more research and explain to yourself. So why the games is not used to be good back in the early 2000s? They're the reason. Because companies gotta do ESG and Blackwood. And if those companies don't meet Blackwood ESG, you know, expectation, you know what the sign is. I'll explain it. The nasty ass, crazy ass little freak of devil horn will highlight those companies. Yes, his eyes and his third eye will use his whole power to get that company to be bankrupt. And which is true. And there's nothing you can't do. So I'm gonna play it for y'all, and I want you to listen. And that's for sure.
The amount of denial and damage control from them is why companies like Sega and RGG can embrace localizers and modern day sensibilities with little fear of backlash. But we all know how they would respond to pushback from fans with a backbone. I think the issue for many Like a Dragon fans is that they think because it's a series by an Eastern studio that it will always remain true to their Japanese roots and not look to cater to the modern day audience in any way. Even though there are studios like Capcom and Square Enix that have been doing just that. It's like they start saying things without engaging their brain. After discovering the image of Sega's initiative to promote diversity, I was curious about Sega Sammy, so I went on the site and found a few things that should be alarming to people who are not Like a Dragon Sims. But I'm curious to see how the Sims try to move the goalposts after seeing these images. Are you guys going to say what you're seeing right now is the non-issue? Or that all of this has no effect whatsoever on any of Sega's games? You really think RGG is unaware of this, or that they are not embracing it? If so, then you clearly didn't see any of Yokoyama's posts defending Sega after they received backlash from the link they posted on X confirming localizers censor their games. As you can see by the images shown, Masayoshi Yokoyama openly defends localizers and works closely with them along with the rest of RGG in order to ensure that things in their games are acceptable. Add in the fact that Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth was clearly trying to reach a wider audience just through its marketing alone. This all seems to contradict what original creator of the Yakuza series and RGG studio, Toshihiro Nagashi, had stated when he was at the company, where he felt appealing to the West would take away the appeal, and that's something I agree with.
Same than me, cause the West is not doing very good at all, bro. And I'm gonna resume your video, okay? Now let's get on to it.
You see, it's one thing to grow a once niche series into a more recognizable series, all while retaining what made it stand apart from its contemporaries. But it's another thing to do so while looking to get away from what drew people in and tried to bring in a new audience at the expense of the distinct Japanese culture and Yakuza themes. You don't have to be a hardcore fan to see the writing on the walls. This is something even a casual Yakuza fan can point out. Furthermore, trying to be an elitist for this series is pretty lame. But here's my trophy list of Yakuza games to shut you dumbasses up that claimed in my previous video I'm not a real fan who can't speak on this matter. I should point out that I'm aware Yokoyama was a writer for the past Yakuza games. I'm fully aware he did not magically appear once Nagashi left. However, putting Yokoyama's impressive resume behind, there's something a lot of people fail to think about as years go by, people growing older, and companies expanding. And that thing is influence. I'm referring to Western influence, of course, and as you saw in this video, the Sega Sammy site and Yokoyama's own quotes, one of which says a lot, that being the one where he says if he could change something in Yakuza 3, it would be to not have colors of the backpacks for the kids at the Sunshine Orphanage by gender, because according to him, that is the change in the world, and he will continue to accept change. Now to simpletons, this all sounds like nothing to question, because to them, all change is good and we need to get with the times. After all, things like representation is great and acknowledging other walks of life is what we need more of, right? Well, no, because all of these screenshots and direct quotes paint a different picture, one that a lot of people fail to see. Allow me to explain. I don't go out of my way to broadcast this, only when necessary, but I'm gay. And I can't stand pandering, especially from mega corporations. Not only is it built on a lie, but it's also unnecessary. Because if you need to be represented in order to enjoy something, then you don't understand the media you're consuming and don't respect the talented creators behind said media. When you have companies like BlackRock and Vanguard enforcing ESG, all of which is public knowledge by the way, and you see companies promote the same far-left ideological propaganda all in unison, then that should let you know that none of this is genuine, but rather it's all to increase their ESG score. There's plenty of LGBT people tired of this shit, some willing to speak out against it, and others unfortunately not willing to do so. The same goes for straight people. Plenty of them see through this bullshit, while others refuse to speak up, but are afraid to. Maybe to some of the people watching, this may apply to you, and I can see why people fear speaking out. The Alphabet Mafia can be pretty hateful and intolerant, especially for a group of people that claim they are never heard, despite all avenues of entertainment bending over backwards for them, to the point where it's a rarity if a game or a movie doesn't have some form of queer pandering. Getting back to Sega, RGG, and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. This diversity and inclusion nonsense will indeed make its way into the Like a Dragon series, and it already has. Keep in mind, companies infested with woke activists will find ways to insert subliminal messages. But seeing how RGG works closely with localizers, RGG is fully aware of what makes it in their games. After all, Yokoyama and crew want to make sure everything is acceptable. As stated before, Yokoyama accepts change and will continue to do so, since the world is changing, even if the world is currently topsy-turvy, especially here in the West. Now, if you're a woke, weirdo leftist with pronouns in your bio to make up for a shitty personality, then the current state of society being as confused as you is the change Yokoyama is talking about. I've seen cutscenes from Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth in order to get a better idea of what RGG had to offer. As expected, the visuals looked great, but character motivations came across as weak. And Ichiban seemed to have barely grown as a character compared to Yakuza 7. He acts like a simp, very passive, is more goofy, and seems overly emotional. Funny thing is, in my previous video, people who disagreed with me even stated how lackluster the story is, yet Infinite Wealth is allegedly the best Yakuza game somehow. But I'm sure Like a Dragon 9 will be the best Yakuza game according to the shills. The same shills that think people are afraid of change if they dare criticize any of the recent Like a Dragon games. Because to them, all change is good or else you're not a real fan. Like a Dragon shills can stand denial as much as they want. You guys can keep denying the evidence. Keep saying we're afraid of change or that Yakuza has always been woke. Anything to fan the flames as much as you can. But it won't change what Sega and RGG are doing. You may not notice it with Infinite Wealth or the next Like a Dragon entry or next Judgment game. But after each new release, more and more of the subliminal messages become superliminal. And when that happens, you either accept it like a corporate slave or you pick up your spine and walk away from a compromised series.
Come on! This is huge, fellas! Don't spoil the party! Come on, dance! Dance! Hallelujah! 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 Just roll with it, man! Just roll! Hallelujah!
Yeah, that is a great video. Reverend Remnant saying, to be honest, vast local majority people getting really fed up of the propaganda eating down their throats. And also too, I have like so much opinion around the end to tell people. I'm gonna explain a real good way. But then I will say this, cause the fact like what is it? I speak to real life friends and people about this situation, Sega, how they promote on these type of stuff. And to be honest, and if they constantly do that type of shit where they have to like promote like these type of propaganda and also what is it, discrimination, that will lead, you know, company to lead in a culture war. That will lead a Japan flag. Yes, Japan flag, which I support them. That will lead their type of, you know, nation into a huge culture war over one, what is it, some social media normies, or I would say online, you know, what is it, bitch ass activists. Yes, fucking bitch ass activists from the West. And to be honest, I want to say this for Japan, for every Eastern developers out there from Japan, right? Messages around Eastern devs around Japan. Make sure do not cater to the West. The West is not a very safe place to like peace to. Keep making your product good and always keep up great and nice and passion. Great art and nice passion of design. Cause right now, Western is not a very good state right now. If you try to like appease to like these big mainstream media group. To be honest, those big ass mainstream media group are not like a very caring people for you. They're not very caring at all. They're not very caring people at them at all, bro. So I would say Japan, I would say keep on sticking the guts and keep on pushing your real nation pride. Not those type of fake prides where they do discrimination. No, you have to keep on pushing up yourself and be a top, you know, nation and culture who you are. You don't need to like peace to varying minority groups. They can at least, you know, vandalize your project and tear it down. Which I'm telling you, and it's true. Guys, this is Japan nation flag. And also their real flag. They don't need to have like pride flags. I'm telling you. Nope. Because what that do, it causes like majority outrage. And when they hire these type of people, these people are there to put full on censorship around every game, so they can make the whole, you know, creativity to be destroyed. Every whole creativity being destroyed and blow out proportion, and have the whole, you know, story been banned and also executed, and also no escapism at all. So I turn to the Japan Eastern, don't do it, cause it will lead your product and expectation very, very low, which we all keep on seeing all time to time. So by the way, guys, I'm gonna show the next video of people exposing, you know, Sweet Baby face, and I'm gonna react. I'm gonna give my honest take about it, and therefore, yeah, fuck it, cause I can't stand that type of shit, bro. And I cannot stand when they're always trying to censor majority people, which is true. And they say we're doing violence and harm. Criticism is violence, but it's not violence at all. Many people don't like the writing, and that's for sure. They don't like the writing and also the buggy mess of gameplay, and the lack of, you know, creativity, which is true. So let's get on to the video, shall we? Let's go.
Sweet Baby employee. So Sweet Baby Incorporated. This is the. Let me see if I can. Can I find the Twitter page here? Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. So working at Sweet Baby Incorporated. This is basically, in my opinion, and this might be a very unpopular opinion, but I feel like this company is being used as a boogeyman. And people view this company, it's kind of like the World Economic Forum on a smaller scale, where I don't think that the World Economic Forum is, actually the Illuminati in plain sight, and they're not actually trying to kill everybody and do all these things. They're kind of like a representation that people can see, and because people see this example of it, then they latch onto it, and they're like, these are the core people that are causing all of our problems. I totally understand the problem that people have with this, but I don't think that these people are the only symptom of that. Now, obviously, I disagree with what their their goals are. I disagree with these because I find them to be antithetical to the nature of what art is. But of course, obviously, art is decided by the artist. I think the issue is whenever people feel like they have to do this instead. So anyway, yes, these are an easy target, and these are people that are working at the company. And basically, this happened, I think, 2 days ago. I didn't cover it then because I just didn't really think it was that big of a deal. But now it's definitely worth talking about. What ended up happening is that there is a Steam group, and there is a person who is looking for any game that used Sweet Baby Incorporated as a consultancy, and they wanted to put that in some sort of review, so anybody who goes into playing this game knows that, basically the people that made this game consulted this inclusion agency to try to tone down any sort of things that could be issues. It's basically like a on cigarettes where it says this will give you lung cancer. It's like a it's a warning label. It's really simple. And obviously, big surprise, the employees that work at that company are not happy about that. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to look and get somebody who get all of their followers to come together and basically come together and sorry, I got 2 hours of sleep, so it's a bit hard for me. Come together and mass report and ban the people that are running this different page, to silence the people that are trying to hold them. And I don't even understand the logic in this either. It's if people disagree with what you're doing, isn't that their right to disagree with it? I mean, if people think, yeah, I don't want to play this game because I feel like it doesn't have an authentic sense of art because it's being, decided by people that aren't even making the content. Yeah, I think so. I think that's pretty reasonable. And it's also like not that they're calling for harassment or anything else, but let's read the post. And this is a post written by an employee of Sweet Baby. The Steam curator harassment group Sweet Baby Incorporated Detected, and so that's where it is led by this person, Krampus Rambo. Here's them trying to be slick so they don't get reported. Even with the discriminatory language filed off, the group itself still fails the code of conduct. So it fails the code of conduct. Well, let's go ahead and let's read what is cited here and see if it actually, okay, this person clearly made their tweets private because people disagreed with them. Yeah, that's what happens. This is really what the problem is here, is that these people have no problem privating their own narrative. They have no problem privating their own Twitter whenever they're receiving negative feedback or they're getting criticized or whatever. And whenever people aren't okay with their narrative. But whenever other people aren't okay, whenever people disagree with their narrative, they immediately put themselves on protected mode and they exercise discretion in what they want to see.
That's real. And yells, like I say, no matter what, they will worship their own, beloved type of cult. And that's why you see like these people are very not well people, bro. And that's why they are willing to watch. I know what they do. I know they love to insult people. I know they want to like make themselves feel comfortable, and also make themselves impress, and also make themselves, outwriting, majority of fandom. Anti-birds, which are not, they are like legit are trying to make themselves look bad. I look in a horrible state. I look down deep depression, and bro, it is working for them. And let me tell this, y'all. You see that it is bad for them right now, bro. Cause the fact like they're trying their best to vandalize games. And trying to make themselves, exclude every gender. I would say one agenda, not two genders, only one agenda, right? And exclude everything how legacy characters go. Like they want to draw out everything around the character legacy, and also remove the script. Also, remove all real national flags. Yes, real USA flags. Real, probably Japan flag or Great Britain flag and all that. And put their pride flag. And also exclude majority of people. I mean, majority, vast local of majority of 200 million views people. Yes, exclude them. But they have to be minority. Have the chance to support developers, but developers legit burn their whole machine, also burn the whole expectation down the ground. So it makes no more choice of them making more money. And plus maybe in future they will know and they say, right, we're gonna kick you out because we're not making no money. Because all those years, we see an expectation flop. Our business, finance-wise flop. And our tax credit, we be bankrupt. What is it? Now our investment fucks. So, sorry, we have to fire you. We have to get rid of the DI and probably remove it and have, gains back great again with Mount Escapism. And when that escapism return, look how much, majority, yes, vast local 200 million people, vast majority people will be happy from their original Let's Cat to return in a very great way. Real way. Not like this type of modern way. No.
but they don't offer that same ability for other people if they want to do that through a Steam page. You understand how this is effectively the same thing. Like, is you're allowing people to censor content, and I am a big advocate of self-censorship. I am a big advocate of it. I think that if you don't want to see something, you shouldn't have to see it. So I think that it's very problematic that this person is going to put out an opinion and then protect their account whenever effectively these other people want to protect their account by avoiding other opinions. They're literally doing the same thing, but in a different order with a different sense of goals. So that's basically what ends up happening. And so anyway, even with the discriminatory language filed off, let's see if we see any discriminatory language. I'm going to see if I can find this real quick and go from there. Now, are people like this? It's very simple. People are like this because they are constantly told that they have the moral authority to act like belligerent bad people, and once you give people enough moral authority, they become tyrants. And that's just proven by all of human history. Like, that's basically where I would start, is I would say, like, all of human history, and then specifically religion. So, yeah, that's basically it. And anyway, I'll go back and I'll see if I can find this page myself. Sweet Baby Ink detected, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I can look it up, because as I said before, guys, I do really like to look these things up myself rather than have somebody else tell me. Okay, so this is a tracker, and we've got it right here. So this is it here, Sweet Baby Incorporated, and this is the Steam page right here. It's got already 21,000 followers. So there's clearly a lot of people that feel this way, especially for something that feels so niche. In my opinion, I think it's actually quite niche. But I think it's more representational of the fact that people are tired of having their narratives and stories in video games and also other types of media be handicapped and circumcised by people who are fucking weird, right? I could have made another joke, but I'll try to be a nice guy today. But people that they disagree with. Anyway, so we've got a few of these here, and these are the reviews. And if you look at, for example, this is about a tracker for games involved with Sweet Baby Incorporated. So as we can see here, does anybody see any discriminatory, or sorry, let me make sure that I'm using the word correctly. Yes, even with the discriminatory language filed off. Is there any discriminatory language or anything problematic here? I would say that there's definitely not. I think this is an extremely reasonable thing, and if people don't want to watch, like, you know, for example, like Bethesda, like all games that Bethesda made, you don't want to watch it and play any of those games, like, you're free to make a list of that. Why do these people think that they have the unique authority to remove people from collectively deciding not to consume their content? And this is really what the problem is here, is that it's not enough for these people to have their own perspective and try to change narratives in their way. But whenever you say, no, I don't want to hear your narrative, then you're harassing them. Then you're attacking them. Then somehow you're breaking the rules. These are people who were hall monitors in 5th grade. They asked the teacher, you've
forgotten to, like, you know, help us with pronouns. You've got to help us with lower education. No, many teachers have to, real professional teachers have to give real history, not some lazy tactic what y'all want to do. Y'all ain't around like, you know, grade 4. No, y'all are grown-ass people. Yes, grown-ass adult. Ain't acting like a child. Like, probably like I would say, probably like a 10-year-old child, bro, at this point. A 10-year-old child bitching about everything and worshipping their own mighty, you know, demon. Which I'm sure to y'all right now, that's what Sweet Baby Inc. worshipping for. And that's what they do, they silence you. And that's how, you know, Baphomet will extend to, like, hell you.
extra work and, like, you know, senior year and making everything more fucking complicated, telling on people in 11th grade for, like, being on their phone. Like, these are professional hall monitors that add, in my opinion, literally no value to anyone or anything. And so, and actually that's not true. Not only do they not add value, but they actively take it away. It's one thing to just do nothing and be useless, but it's another thing to take something that's good and then ruin it, which is what a lot of people are accusing them of. Now, I do think that it's a legitimate concern, and it's actually true that Sweet Baby is getting kind of scapegoated in this problem, and I think that they are a symptom and not the disease. This is just simply a massive zeitgeist that's happening in media right now anyway, and because they're the ones that people have decided are the ones that are wrong, then, well, now everybody's going to be talking about them. That's it. Yes, they're not the only company for this, and it is definitely, like, kind of overrepresented about that. Whiny status whores, largely? Yes, I would say pretty much that. And so, anyway, kindly report the fuck out of this group and report the creator since he loves his account so much. So, it's not enough for them to remove the, which, by the way, I think they have no justification for doing so, but it's not enough for them. See, it's already gone up by 100 followers, literally in the time that I watched it. It's not enough for them to remove what they think is breaking the terms of service, and this is the problem with these people, is that they are vindictive and vengeful. They wield power not as a shield for, you know, the downtrodden, but as a sword to hurt and attack the people who they think have wronged them. This is not about protecting people, it's about attacking people and protecting them at any means necessary and going even above and beyond by trying to have their account banned. There's no risk of anyone's account being banned if we join in there? No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Guys, I'll tell you this. It's true they can ban you. Wherever you go, let me tell you this. If people who are rich or more higher or successful than you, they might ban or exclude people who've got very good, stronger, different opinions. And if you don't rely on the ideology, just let me show you these samples, right? Like socialist worker, we won't pay for their crisis. If you disagree with them, they will absolutely kick you out. For trans and BLM, if majority of people don't agree with it, you will be excluded out there right now. Even with most of my black people, when they disagree with this type of shit, they get excluded straight away out of it too. And also from the bottom down to the right, just up aisle, where they try to put majority of whole public people life, hell and misery just for some stupid shit. And you got majority people trying their best to remove them on the street, and the fact that the police don't do any of it, bro. They don't do any of it, or don't take no actions or held them accountability. And it's only for poor majority people God have to blame. Each and vast all lives, you know, majority people are the problem, or are in denial, or they are the ones who got a punishment. Just a sweet baby Inc. What is it? Masses of majority of diversity don't want their reputation of DI. And you know what? You know what they do? They punish them, exclude them, and kick them out. And the fact, like, it's not called hateful. It's called, like, if people just feel hurt or tired or been censored and been taught down by the people in the group. Even though Sweet Baby Inc., you got many of those people around that can't tell them, like, a very, like, in a good positive way, yo, you need to stop, like, saying those hate type of stuff to majority people. Leave majority people lives alone. Let them live. If they like what is like a good game, leave the game. You don't need to run around and censor stuff. And that's what minority group do. They run around and try to, like, you know, go against, like, majority of masses of groups which majority masses of groups don't rely on disagree with, and they get treated very harshly by the rich people in general. Because the fact, like, they use some strong harsh word, like many people who don't disagree with us or Donald Trump supporter, which they're anywhere near right wing or far right activists, I would say. No, it's all human lives matter. They want to, like, have, you know, America great, but if y'all don't like, you know, something with the stuff they do, or you can't at least get a job, or at least get a work, then you don't have no choice, then you don't have no rights, you know, to do these type of protests. All you need to do is get some help, from the doctor or advisor. That's the thing. And when it comes to, like, you know, majority diverse cop, like bad majority diverse cop, where they kill a lot of black people, well, tough, because I would say majority of blacks get shot by other blacks. And also, yeah, I know many of Mexican, Asian, and other type of diverse group get abused by police, but it's not only one color, it's every diverse police. You know, there's hate crime on every diverse police, bro. Every majority diverse police. So it's not symbol of one white skin color. No, it's symbol of every majority diverse, you know, police, and which is true. And either I learned history about Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I do. But it happened to every other majority of race, skin color, not just ourselves. Every majority of skin color, and simple. And now sweet as Baby Ink is a small type of online protest organization companies, ESG and Blackrock, and those type of company trying to force down and eat down majority people throats. This is unacceptable, bro. This is very unacceptable. I can understand why many countries, European, and also many countries like other culture, talk about how USA and UK are the both baddest country. I can't say one. No, it's both UK and USA. Cause when poor people at least try to find a way to fix things right and make, you know, America great again, and also Great Britain great again, that sign been executed twice and twice and twice. Simple. Because of these two party members. Yes, both party members. Even though I don't agree with both sides, but both party members can't even start fighting, or at least try to agree and shake on it together, which make things peace. But fortunately, nope. The society always been like this, degenerate, which is true, y'all, and which is why many parents don't want to tell none of the kids true about it. You know, the real positivity and the negativity side of it, or the real mean and truth side of it. They rather keep their mouth shut for the government hand, bro, but not at least just standing up and speak the real truth about the two side of things, which is true, and it's very sad and ungrateful. So let's carry on to the video.
No, I mean, I've no clue. Literal censorship, yeah. You're brave for speaking out about these people, dude? We need more people like you? I'm not brave at all. This is just a tweet. Who cares? What do you think? This is some kind of, like, fucking bravery thing? Bravery is being a fireman, okay? Like, this isn't brave. And also, like, I'm preaching to the fucking choir here, okay? Everybody agrees with what I'm saying. Like everybody's truing this. Everybody thinks that I'm right about this. Like, the only people that don't are people like this. Like, really, that's what it is. Yeah, this is a basic fucking take that I think that 90% of people agree with. Yeah, I mean, the brave takes are the ones that everybody fucking hates me for, right? That's the difference. Of course, the censorship taint group wants to prevent people from finding out where they're involved, which is kind of ironic because only 1 or 2 years ago, companies were proudly announcing that they were working with these companies in order to get special bonus good boy points. And now they want to hide it and actively censor people who were talking about it in the first place. And I think that I think groups like this are great. And I think that whenever these people want to engage in culture war, I think that they should be absolutely expecting for other people on the opposite side to take up arms as well. This is what the problem is that these people think that they have the unique authority to dictate to everybody else how they need to behave. That's really what the problem is. Free speech and common sense. Yeah, exactly. Go to the About Group page, and that's what they meant with the language. The Visit Group page. Visit Group page? Sure. I'm not seeing if I can find that. Are you saying that there are some people that are in the group conversation for this game? Browse, maybe? Yeah, in the About? Sure. Okay, visit... Oh, I see it. Okay, let's take a look at it right now. The pinned comment? A few words. Okay. Oh, wow, this was 11 minutes ago, and it just happened. Oh, shit. Okay, so then I guess this is the guy that runs the account, literally just put out a statement 11 minutes ago. He says, guys, I appreciate all the messages and friend invites I've been receiving. I'm going to accept you all in due time. It's just that right now I can't. There's so much stuff happening at the same time here and on X. I simply cannot answer you all. I'm sorry for that. Keep in mind that this group and curator has the goal of letting people know about the games that Sweet Baby Incorporated worked on. We are not in any means a group that is trying to kill Sweet Baby Incorporated. Well, even if you are, that's your right to do that, because it should be your right to discuss, like, I mean, you saying that, like, people can't dislike a game company? People can't dislike a consultancy firm? What an insane thing to say. So, yeah, I mean, even if that's what they were trying to do, I would think that there was nothing wrong with it. It's cool and wise to keep the words of the sake of the group curator. Longevity, thanks for all the support. Yeah, everybody's being positive about this. So... nothing about this has any discriminatory language in any capacity that any reasonable person would perceive. The reason why these people think that there's discriminatory language is because people disagree with them. Yeah, how to be a racist, how to be a discriminator, disagree with them. It's pretty simple.
That's what I'm saying. If you just listen, and the fact is, when it comes to, like, majority people lives matter, like 900 million public people lives matter, that's their choice. No right in human being, like, there is no issue or nothing wrong with it. People can say the positive and negative. You gotta admit it. Look, I got most people disagree with me all the time, but majority, I'm okay with it. So why can't I, at least minority, just accept the fact, like, majority of diverse people disagree with them? Simple. This ain't no Trump support or anything. It's people in all lives matter, like all gender. It is their freedom to disagree. Just like Martin Luther King say, all like people matter when is their choice to, like, disagree with. Simple. Martin Luther King and all that. Not just minority groups trying to spin it up and twist it narrative about it. Nope. That's what he say. And Martin Luther King will always speak the truth to America and whole society. And just like us did right now. All blacks, all Mexican, and everybody. Including gay people too. Majority people, lives matter. Public people, lives matter. Minorities don't.
And so, yeah, of course this is happening. It's discriminating to robots. She's talking about 1 or 2 racist people and suddenly it's the whole group. I hate whenever people generalize. There's guaranteed racist people. Guaranteed, absolutely. There's 20,000 people. I think if you take a sample size of 20,000 of any group of people, you're going to have racists. That's crazy. How could you ever expect anything other than that? Yeah, it's common sense. So yeah. 90% of comments is people saying they reported them for harassment. No, I mean, I don't really think that's the case. I think that if you actually go and you look, I saw some of these posts here, and let me see if I can find this. Where is it here? They're making like they're acting like making a list of games is the equivalent of Nazi-era pink triangle. I think that was the star that Jews would have to wear back then. And yeah, somebody's sort of Steam curator page basically indicates that Sweet Baby Incorporated, the company behind the most woke cancer in video games, was involved. A writer and designer working at Sweet Baby is asking people to report the group and censor them. And so, yep, there it is, guys. They're trying to shut down people talking. Now, here's my perspective about this kind of stuff. I think that in general, whenever you don't want people talking about what you're doing, that means that at some point, at some level inside of your own mind, you know that you're wrong. You know that you're doing something wrong, because if you didn't know that you were wrong, you would be preaching it from the mountaintops and you would be saying, yes, in spite of everything and everybody who's disagreeing with me, I am right, and this is what I am doing is just, and that's it. These people are not even willing to stand behind their own words. That's really what it comes down to. So, like, that's really the issue, is they're not even really willing to defend their behavior. They're not willing to justify it to the public. And why does the public matter? Well, the public matters because this is these are games that you're selling to the public. So if you're making a game or you're designing or consulting on a game and people don't like that, then you are absolutely beholden to the public. And if what you're doing is disagreeable, then you're wrong. And you don't have the authority to tell a free market that the free market is wrong whenever they reject your agenda. That's not the way the world works. And the reality is that even if this Steam group gets banned, the damage is already done. Because you're going to see other people that are making, like, from now on, any game that's associated with this company, or any other companies that are similar to this, whenever people learn their names, will be automatic. Like, all of the reviews will be talking about it. That's it. Sponsor? Yeah, thank you, Tectone. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, thank you very much. And gamers stand against this bullshit? I think that gamers don't stand against this bullshit. I think normal functioning adults do. I think that's the reality, is that I think normal functioning adults do not want to be dictated to by a group of weirdos that are trying to tell them, like, what's okay and what's not okay. Like, just in a very simple way, right? It's like, you know, I said this before, I got a little bit of flack for this, that, like, I don't want a religious person telling me, like, like, if your religion tells you not to do something, then don't do it, but don't tell me not to do it. Like, I don't want to hear about your opinion and, like, your religion. Like, everybody's entitled to their own thoughts, their own feelings, and their own opinions, but the moment that those opinions and thoughts come out of your mouth, and you start talking about them, then everybody else is also entitled to their opinions and their thoughts. And I think that if you expect other people to get behind what you're saying, you need to have a burden of proof. You need to have actual accountability for what you're saying. Not, oh, well, I just have this opinion. Yeah, well, you can have any opinion that you want, but if you want anybody to take you seriously, there probably needs to be a little bit of logic behind it. So that's the issue. And these people are not willing to defend their perspectives. They're not willing to actually engage the public. They're not willing to win over the public in the, the free marketplace of ideas. And because of that, guess what? People are fucking tired of having things dictated to them and being told what they can and can't see by some random idiots. It doesn't matter whether this is the, this is the religious moral panic of the 90s, the patriot nationalism disguised as patriotism of the 2000s after September 11th, the, fake feminism and fake wokeism that's been going on ever since probably the mid-2010s. I think people just in general are tired of fakery. They're being tired of being told what to do. They're being tired of, really, I think actually that's really it. They're tired of being told what to do. It's literally that simple, isn't it?
Okay, let's move on to the next one. And this YouTuber gonna be Oh Knows Alex. After this YouTuber, I'm going to discuss, 4 of those games, and also true meaning behind the message and the true meaning by now they decided want to tell yous, and y'all must do it, or if not, then we be forced to lecture by everything. And to be honest, I don't consider myself censored at all. I'd rather have games good and great. No censorship. Simple. Oh, let's go so I can send you my message to the end.
How they've somehow become so ubiquitous inside the gaming landscape pretty much overnight. And my entire fall into insane psychosis all began with a single tweet. So here we go with that exact tweet. It turns out that individuals who work with Sweet Baby Inc. have begun a harassment campaign against the creator of the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Steam Curator page. In fact, that page is active right now. It's called Sweet Baby Inc. Detected. And what they do is they actually just list all the games that Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on. Where are they getting this information, you ask? Well, they're pulling it directly from their website. They've pretty much announced every single project they've ever worked on. Alan Wake 2, God of War, Battle Shapers, Unusual June, Goodbye Volcano High, Sable, Spider-Man, Suicide Squad, South of Midnight, The Crew Motorfest. So you can pretty much see that Sweet Baby Inc. has announced every single game they've actually worked on. In fact, there's even more, because the Steam Curator page actually tells you when Sweet Baby Inc. was actually involved, and the website it was part of with the credits, which is honestly important because making sure you know exactly why this game is specifically the way it is important. So they're pulling everything from IMDb and everything else like that. So that's really not a bad thing. There really shouldn't be a harassment campaign for this. It's listed on those games who you've worked with. Sweet Baby, Baby. And this is where things get a little bit hairy in my opinion. You see, Chris Kindred, who works at Sweet Baby Inc., tweeted out the @Steam Curator harassment group Sweet Baby Inc. Detected is led by this person, @Krabutus Rambo. So they @him literally on Twitter as well. Here's them trying to be slick so they don't get reported. Even with the discriminatory language filed off, the group itself still fails the code of conduct. And in fact, I pulled up the code of conduct for Steam and the Curator group for the rules and guidelines for Steam discussions and user-generated content. Basically saying no insulting or harassment, no threats of encouragement or harm, no trolling or baiting arguments, no discrimination, no bypassing word or content filters, public accusations towards others, and on and on and on. So there's no spamming, there's no posting topics of incorrect hubs, there's no reposting, things along that nature. Everything this person is trying to link them to in terms of harassment as a campaign or breaking Steam's TOS is factually incorrect. In fact, they continue moving forward saying, anyways, report out of this group, Steam community group Sweet Baby Inc. Detected, and they post a link to it as well. On top of that, they also put his Steam account to try and get his Steam account banned as well. This is actually targeted harassment, Chris. What you're doing right now is you're trying to amass your group of followers to then false report this Steam account and this Steam Curator group because you don't like what they're doing, where they are simply taking the information that is listed as public on IMDb and also on your website and saying, hey, Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on this. That's all they're doing. It's not targeted harassment. They're not doing anything else. That is simply all they are doing. Now, did they go ahead and make some changes for how they worded things and what they've done to avoid any sort of TOS implications? Absolutely, but that's the smart thing to do, because since they are not targeting you directly, you cannot false flag them and say, hey, you are now targeting these people, and this is what you have to do. Go ahead, my little minions on Twitter, report them to my heart's content, do my bidding. Twitter is not your personal army. In fact, you learned that rather quickly, because the very next day you locked your account. You knew completely, and here you are, a baby, Sweet Baby Inc. narrative designer. Ah yes, one of the best, let me tell you. But it doesn't end there, ladies and gentlemen, because on top of that, Sweet Baby Inc. also locked their own Twitter account. Now, the funniest thing about all of this is if you go to find Cabrutus's actual Twitter account, he's got 3.8 thousand likes, and he says, when someone from Sweet Baby Inc. hates you, it shows that you are probably on the right side. Yeah, especially with all the likes hitting your way, my boy, and the ratio that Chris got right on there. Now, here's the thing. As I was doing some research for this video and I was digging around a couple of things, a specific thread came across just my perusing on Twitter. And let's take a look at it together. This thread is from someone called Felix at Home, and their Twitter account is called @LegoButts. Now, if you're as old as I am, or you've been around before the last 10 years, this account may start to spark some thoughts into your brain, or just pull out some old memories that you might have had before in the past. Let's see what they had to say. I get to see a lot of tweets somehow blaming diversity as the reason for layoffs, genuinely as if the economy was doing really great and capitalism simply worked before the Miles Morales was Spider-Man. They also don't recognize Miles Morales as Spider-Man. Look, we can have our own conversations about that, but here's the thing, Felix. The problem is games aren't being sold. And this turns out the ones that you work on don't sell very well, so that could lead to layoffs, but let's continue. The weirdest part is when I see these takes from developers or people who have dev bios, at least IDK, it seems wild that a dev would see thousands of layoffs and blame not the industry giants, but instead a 15-person narrative company founded by a black woman. We're already beginning this way right now. Yes, let's go ahead and throw out the shield outs there. Remember that? Hashtag not your shield is going to be relevant in just a moment. Trust me, you'll love this ride and where we're going. These people think that a company of narrative designers that freelances on projects has somehow single-handedly caused the employment collapse in games instead of, you know, the insane notion of infinite growth or capitalist greed. It's easier to blame diversity than that somehow. I still think that it's way more likely that they know that's not the case and are just fine with looking stupid so long as it justifies them being loudly anti-woke or whatever that means.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is over. It is done. It will never return. It doesn't matter how much you hope. It doesn't matter how much faith you have. It doesn't matter how many leaks are out there or how much information is out there. It is never returning. It's over. It's not coming back. The people that are involved, they despise everything that it stands for. They despise you. The more you complain, they don't listen. They double down. They triple down. They quadruple down. They don't care. That is the reality of it. There is no scenario where this gets turned around. It doesn't matter what you hear. All that matters is this right here. And they have decided you don't matter and you never will.
This next tweet is going to be a banger, let me tell you. We all know what that means. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We all know what that means. I love to use a little term you guys love to throw around every now and then, the old dog whistle. Kind of not fun when it's back in your face, isn't it? No, it's not, but let's continue here. The other part is that it doesn't matter if you tell them the truth. They think DEI just steps in and changes whole games, that creators are forced by some unseen hand, the government, BlackRock, I guess, as well as just POC in general, to make games more inclusive, question mark, question mark, question mark. Now, honestly, I don't know much about DE&I. I am still researching this aspect of the thing, but I do have to say that a company definitely wants to mitigate as much risk as possible. And so what they'll do is they will either change projects or make changes inside of those projects to make sure that they can reach a mass market appeal to sell as many products as they can.
There we go. That is a DI, like you saying. That is a DI, dude. So please don't say it. Even though you will say my opinion, but my opinion don't say it, cause what I mean by the DI, don't try to say, oh, I don't know what it is, and then yet when I research it, I know what it means. See, you knew what it means. Plus, say that like DI don't know what it means. Well, you do know what it means, because you already explained to your audience. So I don't want to hear that bit of excuse. You see, the DI is there. If you type in what it means, it tell you. So here you go, like you already explained. Oh, Alex. So by the way, I'll carry on and leave you up to it.
and then go ahead and make as much money as they can. Not really about DE&I, I'm guessing, because I haven't really researched much of it directly, but if I was a company, I'd want to make sure that I didn't really get any hate threads about some idiot on Twitter having spastic attacks because my main character didn't have a side-shaved head or blue hair. See how that kind of works? Shall we? Now, I'm sorry for the flashbang. As you can see, though, we're going to be looking at a website called Silver String Media. This used to be a company. Now, this company was founded by Lucas J.W. Johnson. They're a director of narrative. But if you scroll down, you can see that Maya Felix Kramer actually worked there, PR and marketing coordinator. Maya Kramer has worked for 8 years in a creative and entertainment industry with experience in writing, filming, editing, creative direction, journalism, PR, and games development. Maya has an extremely wide and applicable skill set. Maya is also deeply concerned with issues of inclusion and diversity in the entertainment industry, specifically within the games community. Now, you wouldn't think too much about that, right? Except when you scroll down, you see the actual advisors. Who do we see? Anita Sarkeesian and Jonathan McIntosh. The old zombie of Gamergate and feminist frequency comes crawling out of its grave, lurching forward ever so slowly to go ahead and drop its tendrils into the gaming industry. That feminist frequency and all of their ilk are still around and still trying to ruin video games as they always have been over the last 10 years. Now you're thinking to yourself, Alex, what does it have to do with anything? Why would this company even be involved in Sweet Baby Inc? Yeah, sure, Felix worked with Anita Sarkeesian in the past, and they were an advisor, and they did all this stuff, and she's worried about inclusion and diversity. Why would this be involved with Gamergate whatsoever? Well, in the same archive, if you look at Crypt of the Necrodancer, it turns out that additional writing was also included by Silver String Media from Lucas Johnson and Andrew Grant. So, for the past 10 years, even before Sweet Baby Inc., they were doing the exact same thing. They were being involved in additional writing of video games in terms of how they wanted to progress and have inclusion in their games. So you're thinking to yourself, Alex, what does that have to do with Gamergate? Yeah, she was associated with Anita Sarkeesian. Yeah, they were an advisor. Sure, she worked at Silver String. Now she works at Sweet Baby Inc. We can see those connections there. But where does that lead? It leads always back to Zoe fucking Quinn. That's right. The same Zoe Quinn who had someone basically delete their single-player save file because of false allegations that she made on the internet about them. That same Zoe Quinn. The same Zoe Quinn who was part of the Five Guys Burgers and Fries meme that happened. The same Zoe Quinn that kicked off Gamergate in the first place with everything together. That's right. Now you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, Alex, sure, Zoe Quinn was part of Gamergate, but what does she have to do with Felix in the first place? You see, here's a tweet from 2014, not 10 years ago, where Felix at Lego Bus decided to @Zoe, saying, "We exploded their site. OMG us." Zoe responds with @Lego Bus, "Oops, we DDoSed something on accident." What they mean is, they were having a conversation about a website called the Fine Young Capitalists. This is back in the Gamergate days. And by doing so, they basically sent pretty much all of their ilk to that website, basically just DDoSing that website inadvertently by having that conversation. In fact, here is Zoe Quinn admitting to that from the previous deleted tweets that she made earlier. Number 4, the DDoS was nothing other than shitty infrastructure on their part, being unable to handle the traffic from Twitter's convo about them. Ah, yes. Let me go ahead and use my large platform to talk about people and blame it on their infrastructure rather than anything else. So going back to the original post, we can see that Lego Butts @Felix at Home has direct ties to Zoe Quinn, who also had direct ties to Anita Sarkeesian, who also worked on Feminist Frequency, and now is directly working with Sweet Baby Inc. Everything that people fought against the last 10 years or 10 years ago about Gamergate, about ethics in journalism, about ethics in general, about not having actual agendas being pushed onto players and consumers and trying to force diversity and inclusion into video games rather than just letting the artists be the artists themselves, has never left or been gone. In fact, it's just gotten more prevalent now, since, of course, someone like Felix has very many inroads with people in the industry. That explains why, actually, Sweet Baby is so connected and able to get into so many other development roles inside the industry. having connections with Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian, or even Anita herself was hanging out with Neil Druckmann. She worked at EA, she worked at other places on top of that. Having those same connections really helps the ability for this company to worm their way and weasel their way into so many more projects that you thought, how'd they get them in the first place? And there you have it. The real reason why Sweet Baby is going around and getting this work and working through so many developers and having these issues being brought to light. Not just the fact that so many people who grew up during that Gamergate era are literally thinking about it in that perspective, but also the fact that they also had those same inroads with people like Felix and like Zoe Quinn and like Anita Sarkeesian still in the background, letting Sweet Baby Inc. do what they do best. Pretty much just push their agenda for diversity and inclusion no matter which way possible, rather than letting the artist do what they want to do best, or the designers do what they want to do best, and create the piece of art that they think is going to be great for them. Now this is all coming from a person who is in fact Latin, not Latinx. Latinx isn't real. Stop it. And the concept and ideas is that I don't really care if the main character is male, female, an alien, a dragon, or anything else like that. I just want a good, well-written video game. And what Sweet Baby does is take good, well-written characters in video games and pretty much ruins them because they want to force something that they feel is important to them rather than being important to the game itself. And the real important thing is that I don't really care what kind of character I play as in a video game. I just want the video game to be well-written, well-played, and have great mechanics that I can enjoy. If you want to add anything like that that has differences of either sexuality or who that person is as a character, that's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't really care. What I care about, though, is that those characters are written well, if they're respected, and they provide a perspective that is actually reasonable and understood in that sort of scene, in that scenario. Having just characters being gay for the sake of being gay doesn't make any sense, especially when it has nothing to do with the actual video game whatsoever, or just trying to force diversity and inclusion into an actual game just to have it there also doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You can look through so many other games that have done this far better. Nier Replicant is the first thing that comes to mind about that. Having characters that are vastly different from others, and then really understanding what their motivations are and who they are, rather than having what's between their legs shoved in your face constantly, although I really wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that's it, y'alls. Plus, y'alls, if you see it on my, my audio or my other type of response where I respond to the users, I say I promise I'll make a response for them, and also I will try to do it legit. I will say I'll do it on the next one because I got a lot of things big coming. But right now, yeah, I just exposed everything for you guys. But after that, I have to move to the next subject. So right now, I will say this for y'all. And even though I will go in on them for the next video, trust me, because right now it's night time. I'm gonna get ready for my bed and go sleep. And also, I've been working for this for a very long day. And also, I tried my best, to just go to the gym and work out a lot instead of just, stuff I gotta carry on working on making more scripts. And also, I do make scripts for just to let you know that. So I cannot put myself out of context or something. But like I say, what it is. And also, even y'alls, if you know how I stutter, that's basically what I do. I stutter, right? But not always though. You can at least hear me, kind of stuttering in the background, but at least I can try to make my message clearly and also try to speak out wise as I can. But right now, I have to go because that video is our video, so I have to make another video on the next topic if I discuss it. I would say probably on this week again, but I want to make it short, so this time I can at least try to help a lot of majority people. And also my race too. Help majority of my race and the everywhere race, Japan race, Turkish race, and also Middle Eastern race. Yes, the Middle Eastern race of things. I want to protect them from the negativity. And also have them have their own lives, feel well and feel better instead of the West want to like have like one gender always stuck to be as a bad and also a burden for society, and also two other genders are happy and living their lives as clearly positive. But to be honest, it is not positive at all, and that's sure it is for facts. Alright, basically, yells, I'm gonna have to go, so yeah, yells, take care, and I promise you I will send you one great speech for the next video, and I'm going to address it clearly, and I want yells to have like a good hearing and also a good understanding. So therefore, yeah, it's Reborn 6819 signing out, and therefore, peace. And Sweet Baby Stink, fuck you!